Welcome to Sendai. Here we are, this is a parking lot. I just drove up here. These are the Sendai Castle ruins, and we're gonna be taking you inside on a historical tour of this place. Now, there's no castle tower to go in, but there's a ton of history, and we're going to have somebody here introduce it to us. And when you have a professional who knows all of that information, it makes places like this really stand out. There he is, Justin.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, Only in Japan Go viewers. I'm Justin Velgas. Yeah, and so I'm just shouted out over there. Welcome to Sendai.
How long have you been living here in Sendai?
Sure, I've been living here since 2013, first as an ALT teaching English, then I was with Fukushima promoting sake overseas, and I've been doing tourism here as well, but I love Sendai. I'm so glad you're all here today.
I'm glad that I'm here too. I'm happy just to get out of Tokyo.
Yeah.
Sendai, now the castle, how do you get here from Sendai Station? I
guess
it's,
sure. So Sendai Station, yeah, probably you're coming by Shinkansen. Take a step forward. I don't want you to get hit by a car today, not on the live stream at least. So yes, Shinkansen, you're gonna come here about 90 minutes from Tokyo. You could take a plane as well, and then it's only about 19 minutes from the airport. Super easy.
Yeah, not too far from the Shinkansen. If you rent a car, it's even easier. The parking lot is easy to get up here. So this behind us is a map of the castle grounds.
Sure. So Sendai Castle is divided up into 3 compounds, and most people come here and they'll check out the Honmaru, the main compound. Now this is of course what it used to look like, right? Over there in that red square, that's Genzaichi, that's where we are now. And you can see it was quite extensive where Date Masamune, the founder of Sendai, was living. And we're gonna go and see some of these things, like we will probably end our tour over by these really cool stone walls, which are still here and very cool, very impressive. We're gonna see an awesome view of Sendai, and then that's probably gotten better and better over the 4 centuries of history here. And I'll just go ahead and explain more on the way.
Sure.
And are we ready?
I'm born ready. Let's attack Sendai Castle! Ah!
So Sendai Castle has another name, Aoba Castle.
Yeah, I saw that. I was a little bit confused.
It's a little confusing. There's only one castle site, not 2. That's because this mountain is called Aoba Yama, which means kind of green leaf mountain. You'll see a lot of things associated with this word Aoba, like an Aoba festival, kind of a Sendai festival, or Aoba Dori Avenue. It's just, keep in mind, yeah, there's just the same place here. Now,
I think it was Tokugawa Ieyasu came here after the Battle of Sekigahara.
Yes.
And said, I proclaim this Sendai, or something like that.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with your story, or we can go with my story. But we're going to learn a little bit more about,
I don't know.
We're going to learn about Date Masamune and Tokugawa Ieyasu a little bit later. We're walking something under these decorations. Could anyone in the chat tell me what kind of a Sendai famous festival are we talking about when we see these?
Yeah, does anybody know out there? What are these?
Some over here,
I think I know the answer because you told me earlier. I probably would have figured it out here. Anybody out there that knows? 3, 2, 1. Nobody.
Time out. No, that's a T for Tanabata.
Tanabata!
So Tanabata Festival is famous all across Japan in July 7th. But here in Sendai, we have it a month later on August 7th. Actually, we have it 3 days. It's huge. These are just very simplified versions of the Tanabata, probably 3-4 times this size, that are hanging all throughout downtown and the shopping arcades. And then you could come on the 5th and see a fireworks show as well. The population of Sendai is just 1 million people, but the population doubles during the 3 days of this festival.
Yeah.
Oh, and wow, what do we have here?
Wait a second, there's food?
Wow, this is a little bit
history's a lot easier
Christmas miracle
to take when there's a little bit
Shall
of
we
food here.
Have a seat? So yeah, we got a little restaurant behind us. Very easy. They got pictures and the prices there. Order from a vending machine. But yeah, anyone know any of the famous foods of Sendai?
I know. Anybody? Does anybody know what this is in particular?
Well, this one is not as famous, but what's inside is. So let me go ahead and maybe show you what's inside. If I can get it open. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, what is that?
I know what that is. I know what that is.
What's this, John?
Gyutan.
Gyutan, yeah, grilled beef tongue.
Iconin 310 got it right.
Oh.
John Davis said it's now cow tongue. John Davis. My gosh.
Yes, cow toe to the cow tongue. Cow tongue is very famous here. It has an interesting history. made after World War II and just became very popular through word of mouth. We have a lot of branch companies here in Sendai, and people through companies in Japan are moving around. So they'll spend a couple years in Sendai, they'll eat this crazy thing called gyutan, then they'll go back to their home prefectures and tell people what they ate.
I always wondered about that. Now, the gyutan isn't actually Wagyu. I thought it was Wagyu beef or
No.
something. It's American beef, I found out.
Yeah, American or Australian tongue. You know, we don't have cows roaming the streets here. We don't have that many cows.
It's not India, my mother's country. We got a lot of cows there.
It's the way you prepare it. So they just made this into a nikuman, into like a meat bun style. So why don't we go ahead and dig into that?
Oh yeah. I can dig into a nikuman. I haven't really eaten breakfast.
Yeah, you've been pretty crazy.
We were just at Akiu Falls. Have you been there? Oh, I love that place. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Ah, look at that. Gyutan is such a wonderful meat. It's got a real springiness, chewiness to it.
Yeah, and it doesn't really look like tongue either. You know, people hear this word and kind of grossed out about it. You know, me too. First I heard cow tongue, I'm like, ugh. But you try it, and it's more like a,
Where's home for you, Justin?
Yes, I'm from San Francisco, so U.S.
You know, we don't eat much tongue in the U.S., right?
No, and in California, maybe because you get those cow tacos from Mexico. But that's about it.
I see we got something to wash this down.
Yeah, can you see what color that is right there? Green. So any of those vegetarians out there or just someone that likes something sweet, we got this. Zunda. Now Zunda is crushed edamame, and this has a long history here as well. Actually, it said Date Masamune would put edamame under his horse saddle, and it would get kind of crushed up.
Really?
Now this is a different version. There's, you know, of course, sugar added, and they made this into a shake. Usually it's served on top of mochi, kind of rice cakes. But I think anyone can enjoy this. You can get it here at Sendai Castle. You can get it in Sendai Station and a couple other places as well. Let's try this one right here. It's thick, huh?
Oh yeah. You can taste the edamame in here.
There's a little bit of grains left, so you get the nice texture.
You know, I love edamame. There's a natural sweetness to it, but more than that, it's got like, I don't know, that green taste to it, the freshness of the edamame when you have it, even when it's been boiled, you can taste the vegetable. I stopped putting salad dressing on my salads because I wanted to taste it. I know I wanted to taste the taste of the vegetables more than the dressing. So. And it's also healthier, by the way. But some of the vegetables, when you get them from a good source, it has so much flavor, a lot of which maybe we miss by putting the dressing on there. Edamame is one you don't want to put any dressing on it. It's just so good. But when you put it in there with cream or on mochi, it adds this greenness, this freshness to it that's very unique. And of course, when you crush it up into a paste like this, your body's just absorbing this. This is pure energy. You downed that nikuman fast.
Because we got a lot to show you, John. You just want to stuff that in your pocket or stuff that in your face, grab the Zunda shake. We got a staff to clean this up. We're not ignoring it. And let's go show you more of Sendai Castle.
Wow. Aloha. So, how long has this been an attraction? Because I do know that this is considered a ruin, so.
Yeah. Well, really, it's been expanding over the years, right? You know, we're talking maybe post-war, I don't know, 80s, 90s, it's going to become an attraction. But we had a 2016 G7 finance governors event here. You know, prime minister, different heads of the bank visiting Sendai. And they actually added, well, not added, but I guess refurbished some of the ruins here. So it's been expanding a little bit. This is something new right here. We don't have time for this today, but this is a VR virtual tour. Inside here, through this, there's a museum. You can see a nice cinematic view here. Or you can rent the VR goggles, walk around the Sendai Castle remains and see what it used to look like 400 years ago.
Oh, right, because there's no actual castle here.
Yep.
By virtual reality, you can see what it would like, and they put. So wow, you be walking around with the virtual reality goggles, and you'd be able to see
Yep, you'll stop at
augmented
certain
reality,
points.
right?
Yep, and see
Oh,
exactly what
that's
it
so
looked like.
cool.
You know, it'd be a little bit, we could of course construct that, but if we reconstructed that, there wouldn't be any Gyuton or Zunda shop, John.
Oh, that's true.
So you gotta balance it out.
What? Wait, hold on. What's this?
Oh, well, we have a ton of different omiyage here, ton of different gurame and yummy, delicious foods, and this is one of them. I guess Kamaboko is the name. Fish cake is kind of what it's translated as. These are famous all across Japan, but this is a unique shape. This one is bamboo leaf, sasa kamaboko. And it's very famous here in Miyagi, right?
There you go. It looks like a grain of rice.
Yeah, it does. But there's minced fish inside, and grill it. And you can find these, of course, in the shop behind me, or anywhere, because we have 3 large fishing ports in Miyagi. There's only about a dozen in Japan. 3 of them are here. I think you're going to Shiogama later.
Yeah, that's right.
They're super famous for sushi. Actually, they have the highest density of
I
sushi
heard
in
that.
Japan.
Yeah.
And
We're
there's
gonna be
some
doing
really
a
good
live. We'll be doing a live stream there around 4 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, super fresh. You can see this is a shrine behind us. This is a Gogoku Jinja. This is built about 100 years ago, so of course not original to the castle. We don't have time to go in here today, so just check it out next time you can visit. They'll have these shrines all across Japan.
Now, I heard that this was ruined quite a bit through fires and earthquakes. I think a lot of the castles, there's very few that are original anyways.
That's true, yeah. The nearest castle you could see probably in Miyagi is down south in Shiroishi. They got a nice little cute castle that was administered by Katakura Kojiro, and I think we're actually going to meet him later today.
Meet him?
Yes. Sendai Castle was not attacked, not by humans at least. Those battles were taking part in other places around Fukushima, in Shiroishi, and other areas. The Boshin War just kind of passed through here.
And Boshin War, if you've seen The Last Samurai, that's the Boshin War.
There you go. Yes. But yeah, fires and earthquakes, and also World War II.
Oh, yeah.
All of Sendai, as most of Japan was bombed. And
July 10th,
firebombed.
1945. That's a big day for March 10th for Tokyo, July 10th for Sendai. Massively bombed. In fact, just yesterday they released a symbol in the Aoba shopping street.
Oh, wow, you did
know
your
about
research.
that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you know where it is?
Yes, I saw it the other
gonna
day.
Check it out. Is it close to the station?
It's in the arcades, and if you want to
Okay.
learn more about the Sendai Air Raid, there is a War Reconstruction Memorial Museum on Hirosei-dori Avenue. And actually, I translated some English with the guides recently, so there's a little bit of English in the museum as well. A very important part of history for, I think, everyone to know.
Absolutely. That marker was represented the center of where the
That was
bombing
where they were
going to
aiming.
be.
I want to show you this awesome, cool bird, and this is just, you just look at it and just, it grabs your attention. So what kind of bird is this, guys?
That would be an eagle?
An eagle?
No.
Any other ideas? I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint. It's not a flamingo, it's not a turkey, it's not a penguin.
It's not a Zunda shake
Yeah.
either. Who wrote that?
So this is a black kite.
Oh, black kite.
And these are very popular, of course, all around Asia, here in Japan. Actually, I saw some flying around earlier, I'm not kidding. And the way to identify them is kind of by their angled wings, and they have a forked tail. Now you might be wondering why it's down here, but there's this huge pedestal over here. If we can sneak over here, I don't know if this will show up on video over here, John. In 2011, March 11th, we actually had the big earthquake and tsunami.
Right.
The bird fell from the top, shattered its wings, and it's kind of broken right here. It doesn't really come up on video, I think, but over about 5 or 6 years, they repaired
you can see
it
it falling right there.
and reconstructed it, and they said, we're not going to put it back up there just in case.
So this was on the top of...
It was, and this is a 100-year-old statue made in 1902. And this is very rare because it's the oldest Western-style statue in Tohoku. besides bronze Buddhist statues, it is the oldest statue. So very, very important. This was made to symbolize kind of victory over Sino-Japanese War, as well as to remember those fallen during the Satsuma Rebellion. So these are the late 1800s conflicts.
I think it's more impressive down here, and again, I think it's good as a reminder of what happened on that March 11th.
You can see it quite clearly, and you can't even really tell it's damaged. So they did a really good job of repairing this.
Wow. Yeah, I think if it had shattered, you'd expect some wabi-sabi kind of broken and put together look to it, but
Zunda shakes are so good. We're just gonna drink all of these, aren't we?
I know. I got sensitive teeth, so the Zunda's going down a little slow.
Well, I think I see some interesting fellows over here. Let's go see if we can say konnichiwa.
You set something up, Justin. Now this I know, this statue up here, maybe a lot of you watching don't know.
Yeah.
That is a very famous guy who I bet you have a lot to talk about on him.
Oh yeah, well thank you. Konnichiwa.
Is that him though? Is that one of them?
Kojiro-san. Let's go say. Oh, hello. Hello. Are you Date Masamune?
No, I am Date's commander.
Date's commander.
My name is Katakura Kojuro.
Takura Kojiro.
And are you Date Masamune?
No, I'm Masamune's cousin.
Oh.
His name is Date Shigezane.
Date Shigezane,
Nice to meet you.
So we're
the
very
cousin and the first warrior, the
the commander.
commander.
Wow. And you can find the Kojiro's castle in Shiroichi, as well in the south part of Miyagi. So we have two members of the Date Bushotai, actually Sendai's welcome squad, helping out at the different events. And you can find them here at Sendai Castle as well. We're looking for Date Masamune. Is he around here? Oh, right here!
Oh, you guys! Oh,
I should know this. I lived here for 7 years.
So this is one of the symbols of Sendai Castle ruins here, and the city of Sendai. The statues everywhere, very impressive up here on the with the view. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So Date Masamune, the founder of Sendai in 1601, came from a long line of samurai from the Date clan. He was the 17th generation. He was born in Yamagata, moved around a little bit to north part of Miyagi, and then founded Sendai. Comes from a long line of warriors and quite a scary guy, I think, but a very strong commander as well. Actually, we have the greatest swordsmen right here of the Date clan. And then the strategist and the teacher.
I don't want to know.
Check out their armor right here. This is his special armor. So they have a kind of, this is of course maybe a replica version. Masamune had a similar though, jet black gomaido, kind of a 5-layer or style of iron with black lacquer. Yeah, a little bit up there. Yeah. Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
15 kilograms.
15 kilograms. And I heard Masamune's was about 20 kilograms. That's like 44 pounds.
Holy smokes.
So he's recognized by his black armor and, wait, I think I saw this in a movie. Yeah, science fiction movie. It looks like Star Wars. Actually,
hold on a second. Wait, yeah. Actually, wait. Now I was like, I knew what this is.
This is true. Actually, the Star Wars creator, kind of the prop person, got the Darth Vader's armor inspiration from Date Masamune's armor.
That is awesome.
So the jet black armor is very characteristic of Masamune, as well up on the top, that crescent moon.
Oh yeah.
And this was gold as well.
なんかコピーライトあるんでちょっとダメです。ちょっとトゥダンダンダダンってちょっと変わって安全なディズニーですよ。
So Kojiro will show us a little bit what's down here. There's actually no explanation, so it's great to have these tour guides. Kojiro, ちょっと写真とか紹介してください。Can you guys see this?
この11歳の時の姿ですね。
Ah, okay. 11-year-old Masamune.
He looks like an adult there.
大人っぽいですね。
11歳。昔戦国時代は早くから大人の仲間入りをして 戦に戦う。
Oh, wow.
戦
So
に
yeah, during the Warring States period, you had to grow up pretty fast, right? Now it's 20, you're adult in Japan, but it was much younger at that time.
11?
Well, at this time for him, yes, 11, because he fought his first battle when 15, right?
11歳でこの大人の仲間入りということを果たして、その後15歳の時に
Yeah. Exactly. 15 already fighting in his first battle, and head of the Date clan, 23 kana, 23歳から the head leader of the Date clan after his father Teramune. 11歳と
こっちが
a little bit older.
See the wisdom in his
何
face.
歳だと思いますかね。
How old do you think this one is?
I'm gonna say 52.
Oh, close, close, yeah.
52 歳.
So he's about
あ、60歳。
60歳, so
60 years old.
ね
much
60 years
wiser.
old.
And wait, he has something with his eye looks a little strange.
政宗様は小さい時に病気で右目を失いました。
Oh, wow. Yeah, so when Masamune, I think, was about 5 years old, he had kind of smallpox or some disease where he lost the sight of his eye.
Oh.
Now, eye was actually sticking out a little bit, and he cut it off,
あ
right?
私、片倉
Actually,
小次
Kojiro cut it off. Oh, oh my
郎が
kami-sama.
病気で大きく腫れてた右目をお取りしました。
Oh my God. Okay, let's stand back a little bit.
So his eyes were. So he had his bulging eye. That was at the knife, dude. Oh my gosh. Look, just pulled that out right there.
Wow.
So cut off his eye because it was bulging out.
Yeah, it
But
was seen as a weakness.
でちょっと出てるけど見えるじゃない？
いや、もう完全に見えない。
Nah.
見えなかった. So he
Nah.
couldn't really see. It was sticking out, but he couldn't see, so just cut it off.
So he has a nickname, right? The one-eyed
Oh,
dragon, Dokugan Ryu. So people were very afraid. You know, Toyotomi Hideyoshi actually maybe didn't trust Date Masamune. Friends with him, allies of course, but always not sure who this one-eyed dragon in the north was. And later, Tokugawa Ieyasu, the same. They never fully trusted Date Masamune. He owned so much of the land here in Tohoku. He was a threat if he wanted to be. He demanded respect. もう少し紹介しましょう.
You can see that eye. Didn't know about that. That's pretty.
Oh, we lost John. Oh, there he is.
ここは政宗様。
Oh, there's Masamune. He's changed a little bit. Yeah. Nice hat.
で、これが、家来の長谷倉常長という。
Ah, okay, so one of his vassals, Hasekura Tsunenaga, and we see a ship here in the background. Kind of a Western style ship.
この船を政宗様が作って、海外との貿易
Ah,
を考え
okay.
てありました。
So in about 1613, on a mission called the Keicho Mission, Date Masamune built this Western style ship for trade, and Hasekura Tsunenaga managed it. They went to actually Mexico, modern day Mexico, and all the way to Rome for the mission.
Whoa.
It's a little bit complicated history, so I want you to look it up later. That's your homework. Look up there, look up there, look. John. What bird
Oh,
is-
that's
what
a
bird is-
kite.
What bird is that?
Black kite.
Black kite, Zo to
That's the
onaji.
bird that
Yeah.
crashed down a little bit earlier. You can actually see them flying around here. That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
With
So
the
they kind of
G.
float on the thermal, so effortlessly just gliding. There's a couple more things I want to show you, so I think we'll say sayonara to the bushotai. ちょっと、はい、続きます。すいません。
ありがとう。Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
ありがとう。
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 Okay, see you in Sendai. Okay, John, we got a couple more things to check out. Oh, we didn't see the view. あ、すいません。こっち行きます。Yes, the view.
Okay, let's go see
Most
the view
important.
here.
じゃあ一緒に。はい。
ありがとう。
We almost skipped the best part.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
the view is stunning. You
Yeah.
can see the entire city of Sendai.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine 400 years ago, this is a perfect place to build a castle. We've got it up on top of a hill. There's actually a really thick forest behind us. Over to our right, we can't see it, but there's a giant canyon. And right in front of us, what's this water right here?
広瀬 River.
Ah, okay. The Hirosegawa River, the Hirose River. This is like a natural moat, natural defense right here. You see the Ohashi Bridge down there to the left. Yep, John's got a nice shot. And that's a Kokusai Center, the international center, where you can have conventions. Behind it, there's a subway. So you can come by the subway and you can hike up here for 20 minutes, or you take the local Lupol Sendai sightseeing bus. It takes you right to the top.
Wow, Sendai's gotten bigger. I haven't.
It's big, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people think Tohoku, small little village. No.
No.
Masamune came here with 52,000 people, and now we have again over 1 million as well. It's a little bit hazy over there, but on that kind of flat horizon, that's the Pacific Ocean.
Oh yeah, you can see that flat area would be the ocean. So
Yep.
on 3/11, when the earthquake and tsunami hit, water did all the way come not to the castle but to the airport, right?
Yes,
It
the
did
airport
come
is
into-
actually in the town next to us, Natori. So Sendai geographically is quite large.
Yeah.
From the ocean over there all the way to the mountains to the left in Yamagata. We're in the downtown area. This was heavily damaged by the earthquake 10 years ago. No tsunami came to this part. The tallest building right there in Tohoku in front of us, that's the Trust City Tower, and the top part of it is the Westin Hotel.
Wow, how many floors is that?
This one is, I think maybe 33, 34 or something. Not huge, but not for you Tokyo people, but for
yeah,
Sendai,
for Sendai, that's
this is
pretty
big.
For all the big cities here in
あちらに
Tokyo.
あるのが政宗様の本所ですね。随宝
Ah,
殿。
okay. So you can go visit the mausoleum, kind of behind that building right there. Inside this wooded area, you'll see Zuihoden, his mausoleum. And some people say the statue behind us, Date Masamune, is looking towards his final resting place.
Oh, that does make sense. He's looking that direction.
This was built on the 300th anniversary of his death in 1935. And unfortunately, during the World War II, there were a lot of fighting. There was a metal shortage. And they took the original and they cut it up and melted it down.
Whoa.
And this is a reconstructed version made about 50 years ago. Now you can find part of the original behind Sendai City Museum, but I'm going to let you explore that later by yourself.
Thank you.
じゃあ、OK。じゃあ、ここでさようなら。
はい。また来るよ。
Thank you. Bye bye. So I know you're
cool
going to
guys.
Shiogama. Are we okay on time? Can we go maybe 10 more minutes?
Yeah, let's
John?
do it. Wait, is
Okay.
there anything? This tree looks pretty massive. It looks like it's been hit by lightning or something.
Could be. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. But yeah, these trees live hundreds of years old. I'm not sure if it's pre or post-war. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But,
I like trees.
Yeah, you can see if you shoot out over here with the camera, just how many trees there are in downtown Sendai. We are known as the city of trees, and that's because we have a lot of harmony with nature. Now there's some green missing because we're getting towards winter, but still you have the evergreen trees. This is Nishikoen Park down there. We have Jozenji Dori Avenue, which is lined with Zelkova trees. Now in the second half of December, it's lit up in a beautiful illumination.
Yeah. I see something pretty massive over there in the distance.
You all see that? There's a kind of
I
white
can zoom, but it's real digitally enhanced zoom, but I think you can make it out. That white,
Godzilla over there.
yeah, that's pretty massive. What is
Yes.
that?
This is a Daikanen statue. Thankfully, it's very kind. It's the goddess of mercy. Now, this was built in the early 1990s, and when it was built, this was the tallest statue in the world. And even today, it's one of the top 10. It's about 100 meters tall, and you can actually go inside it and
wow.
get a little bit of view, and you can go down and see 108 Buddha statues inside it as well. It's a little fun thing to check out there. And at night or when it's dark, you'll see a red light flashing on top so the airplanes don't hit it because
Oh,
it's that
yeah,
tall.
it's that big.
tall.
Whoa. I used to live in Iwaki City in Fukushima. That's, I don't know, it's about 2.5, 3 hours by local
Yeah.
train, right?
Yep.
This is the closest big city, so for entertainment and stuff like that require drinking. Sendai's a great place for that, by the way. There's a lot of entertainment. In fact, I did a live stream here in the entertainment district.
Oh, really? Wow.
What's it?
Kokobuncho?
Yes.
Wow.
And you can see that in the live stream here. I'll just put a link in the description later
Well,
on.
I'm surprised I didn't see you there.
Yeah, I've done some drinking down there, but this is a big city that I come to most often because it was closer than Tokyo and very manageable to get around. Very, I don't know, more friendlier, I guess, just because the people are.
Yeah. What I want to show you real quick is just, some of the stone walls. We're going to walk down and finish by one where you can see the actual stone walls we're on top of. But if you look over to the side, you can kind of see how they're made. They have stones on the outside and they're filled with kind of rubble and smaller ones inside. Now, not all stone walls are made the same. You can see these ones are very rough cut in shape, but over here on the right, specifically, you know, fitting right between because they don't want any ninjas climbing up, right?
Yeah, it's a lot smoother like this, but I'm sure ninjas can find a way. Look at right here.
Now, of course, Tate Masamune started the castle, but it was built and renovated and repaired after earthquakes and things over the generations. And you did a live stream the other day in Hibiya Koen at the Christmas market, right?
I did.
Behind the Christmas market area, in a corner of Hibiya Koen, you can see a sign that says where Tate Masamune's residence was. When he went to Edo, Tokyo, as you know, he was staying there. And actually he died in Tokyo from old age, about 70 years old. So you can go find a little bit of the Tate history even while you're in Tokyo.
Oh, that's near the Liberty Bell, isn't it? On the...
Yeah, it's in the corner, kind of by the tennis courts over there. There's a sign there.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
This right here is Ohiroma, just kind of one of the big buildings here. You could kind of see what it looked like right here, built through, you know, just different woods, and it had, many different rice mats. They would divide these rooms up with sliding doors. They would use some for entertaining, some for different meetings. And right here, John, right at the entrance, they had a very special room, kind of an ID check.
Oh.
What do you think they're checking for ID? If you guys have any answers, you throw it into the chat. What would they check if at a castle at the front door? What kind of ID are they checking?
Wow. So it's not for drinking.
No,
I think the
no, they're
drinking
not.
age was a lot
Everyone could
younger
drink
then,
that.
must have been.
It was right there. This is the head check room. When you defeated an enemy, as proof,
Wait, what?
you would cut off their head and you would show them, yes, I've killed the enemy, and they would confirm through records. Okay, John had short hair. He looks like this. Yeah, the face seems to match.
Just keep the hat on. Keep the hat on. Oh
Now,
my
thankfully,
gosh.
they never used this. But
That's
they
right there
have
where the grass
They
is
have
here.
an actual right there. Once you step in, over there.
Oh, right there
Yep.
in this area. So that's where a lot of heads were stored there.
They would have checked them right there.
I'm almost positive there's got to be ghosts here.
Yeah,
Like heads
I mean,
with legs and stuff.
because this is just a ruins and anyone can come up here. You have to pay for the parking during the day. It's free at night. You can come here at night by yourselves. So you can
Okay.
see you can do stargazing. The statue is lit up. The walls
Yeah.
are lit up until about 11 at night. So it's quite romantic. You'll get a lot of, lovers lane kind of thing over there. But here, very fine and very cool to see the night view of Sendai. Just another map right here. Again, we're at the Honmaru. That's kind of this area up here. A little bit hard to see, but there are two other compounds. Up there is the second compound. This was built after Date Masamune, the later generations. Now, Tohoku University, Kawauchi campus is here. And then this third one down here, along the Hirose River, right? This one is home to Sendai City Museum, as well as maybe the first site of Miyagi's first sake brewery. It's no longer open there, but we have 25 sake breweries. I'm a big fan of sake.
Oh yeah.
John,
Yeah,
John,
yeah,
I don't even need to ask you.
yeah. Well, I love the mascots too. They're pretty cute.
Yeah, so here's some of the VR stuff we were mentioning. You'll see some of these stuff. I'll show you where the old gate entrance was. Watch your step over here. We're going to go down some stairs. So we have a couple minutes until we get to the walls. So this will be a good time if you have some questions about Sendai, if you want to throw them in the chat.
Sure,
or
if you guys
John,
have
if you
anything-
something.
Yeah, if you have anything that you want to ask Justin about Sendai, please do ask. I am looking at the chat as we move along. I'm happy to do that. We'll close off with the last few minutes, learning a little bit more about the city and the ruins up here. I'm sure you also have some of you who might have Wikipedia open might have some questions about the history or some of the other sites.
Hopefully not too hard.
Not too hard. So you're working with the Sendai Tourism Bureau.
Yes, I am working with the Sendai Tourism Convention and International Association, specifically with the Sendai Experience Program. So my team and I are creating just things to do in and around Sendai. If you want to check out the sendai-experience.com, you can find over 1,000 things to do here.
Whoa.
On the Japanese and English versions of our websites.
Some of them involve drinking.
Yes, they do actually.
It's just part of the town.
I think Sendai is good for, of course, it's a big city with conveniences, and you also have a lot of nature. We also have some hot spring resorts. So anyone can feel comfortable their first time here. However, I really want to recommend Sendai for repeaters or people that have been in Japan. When you have that confidence of traveling, you don't have to speak Japanese, but just traveling on your own kind of thing, you'll really get to explore the deeper history and the smaller attractions and connect them into a really powerful and fulfilling itinerary. We don't have huge Disneyland theme parks, huge towers or anything like that. Oh, check this out. You see our tourism bus, Lupo Sendai, pulling up. It's going to pull up right behind you, John, so get
gosh,
forward.
okay, yeah.
You see that crest on the front right there?
It's for Battle Ram. Look at that. Whoa.
So you can go ahead and take this at Sendai Station and just ride around all the major sites. The Zuihoden Mausoleum.
Did you
the
time
Miyagi Art
it that we
Museum.
would come down here right when it arrived?
Well, I'm not giving away all my
Oh
secrets.
my gosh. Look at this.
So now we're going to start and really see how big those stone walls were. Now this is not original size. This is built in the second, third, fourth generations. And we're going to go ahead and walk down here and maybe finish down here. Is that okay, John?
Yeah, I'm just going to touch this power
Oh yeah,
spot.
go ahead.
All right.
And what's cool is you can really feel the age, seeing all this moss. And we even have a little bit snow from last night. Look at that contrast
Oh yeah,
right there.
wow. There you go. Did it snow last night?
It did, yeah. So we do get snow in Sendai. It doesn't really accumulate that much. Probably more at Aki Otaki. I think you went earlier.
Yeah, there was a lot more snow over there.
We have a ski resort, a small ski resort in the northern part of Sendai. But a lot of hardcore skiers are going to go down South Miyagi and Yamagata to a place called Zao. Sendai is really like the center of Tohoku. You know, not only the largest city, but kind of the entranceway. The access is super easy. So we're not in competition. We want you to maybe start or finish your Tohoku journey in Sendai. It's just so easy to come here.
Sendai, I guess it would be considered the capital of Tohoku. I've heard that term being
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's the largest city. People like to say like every prefecture has their own capital, so you know it gets a little bit political there. But yeah, definitely the cultural capital, the economy capital, all these things.
Yeah. There you go.
Did we have any questions in the chat, or did you want to throw a hardball at me, John?
Just do the mascots visit the castle ever? Like, I guess they would sometimes.
You know, talking like the Masubi Maru, our little characters, not so much, but you will see the Bushotai members there regularly, and they'll,
right.
they'll rotate. If you look at their Japanese website, it'll tell you which one's going to actually appear every day.
Ronald writes in here, any reenactments or live shows or festivals for the castle here?
Yes, the Bushotai are busy everywhere. Sometimes they're traveling across Japan, but occasionally they will have performances here, kind of a sword kind of dance thing. But it's not just for show. A lot of the members, especially Date Masamune, the head one, actually practices martial arts in real life and can do Japanese traditional dance, and they are authentic. They really know what they're doing.
Yeah. How far is this from Sendai Station, they asked?
Sure.
Can you walk here from there?
You could if you love to walk like some people. I guess it would take maybe about 50 minutes. But yeah, the Lupo Sendai bus we just saw would be the fastest way. Otherwise, Kokusai Center subway, and then walk up here 20 minutes. What you'll see down here, John, is where these cars are coming up. This is a very steep hill.
Yeah,
and you know, even if it's only 10-minute walking, 15-minute walking, it's a tough one. You would not want to attack this castle 400
No,
years
I don't think
ago.
that K car wants to attack the castle either. Did you hear the engine revving on that thing? Oh my gosh.
But it's cool. I would recommend taking a Lupo Sendai bus up here, exploring the castle on your own, and then walking down. You can go down there to the right and take the path behind the Sendai Museum and check out the garden. Or you can go over and explore the Tohoku campus, where you can find a couple remnants like post-war fire hydrants left from the American occupation.
Right.
So a lot of cool little stuff. Sendai is a place you come if you want to explore, right? You have to really get out there. If you just walked around the castle without a guide, it's a little bit easy to miss some of that history, right?
I wouldn't have noticed anything
Yeah.
if you weren't here. Actually, there's so many little details, like the black kite that
the
had
black
fallen
kite,
and things like this. Just let it, and there's not a lot.
You can see the kites up there still.
Yeah, you can still see the kites, or you can see the birds up there. But Sendai's doing a really good job. It's felt as well as a lot of the other cities in Japan of having English as well for visitors.
And the other Shotai members speak English as well.
I
So
noticed that.
they're super friendly, and even if they don't, they're gonna welcome you with open arms, and hopefully not gonna cut anyone's eye out.
I think those swords might be real. I don't know. They look pretty sharp to me. Definitely open up a letter.
So
They've
it is
done a lot of work. Now these were reconstructed.
No, these ones are, well, I guess repaired, but these are just built off of the third, fourth generation of the Date clan.
Oh, I see.
And again, if you went down there, you can go down to the International Center, you can go and explore the rest of Sendai. A lot of people will combine a Sendai trip with Matsushima, which is about 40 minutes away by train. This is considered one of the top 3 views of Japan. If you're coming during winter, again, we have the winter illumination. We have different ski resorts that are very accessible by Sendai. And just so many things to go around and explore and experience.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool. This would be probably the start of the castle. You have these 2 lanterns here.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. And then there's even more down there, but we don't have time for that today. I'm gonna let you guys explore that on your trip to Sendai.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Justin. As I said, like when you have a guide, I'll stand a little further. When you have a guide or you have somebody that knows what they're talking about, and they have a lot of the details and history behind some of these attractions, it totally changes the experience. Like for example, I'd heard about it but wasn't sure that his eye bulging out, but you could see it in
in the picture.
Engraved on the statue there. That was just fascinating. So the little teeny details are essential when you're touring, including Zunda shakes. Mine was in my pocket. I'll tell you, if I don't bring some back for my wife, Kanai, she's gonna be really upset.
Well, you can go to Ikebukuro-jan and visit the Miyagi antenna shop, and you can get Zunda shake in Tokyo.
Oh, Ikebukuro.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's.
You can get your gyutan there as well.
Oh, yeah. All right, so there you go. This is the Sendai Castle ruins, also known as Aoba Castle. A lot of history here. Make the trip up here if you come to Sendai. It's not too far away from the station, and you're rewarded with some amazing history and some Zunda shakes and gyutan pork buns. But not pork buns, cow buns. Take that. See you, everybody. Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the last 5 seconds of this wall. I bet I could climb that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I could. You know, rope.